everybody. Okay, we're gonna do today. We're gonna do a new box burst. This box burst is called Box Says, but in your chair. So we're gonna incorporate a chair into this burst today. So guys, I am gonna ask you to do something. We've got 4 amazing grade 6 girls here from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. We have Maya, Bailey, Brooklyn, and Marin. And I am going to tell you to do something. It's going to be exercise related. Stand up. It could be an elbow to knee. Okay. It could be legs straight out. It could be sit on one leg. But I have to say Box Says first. If I don't say Box Says and you do the action, then I want you to do 3 jumping jacks before we get back in. Does that make sense? Yeah. Everybody ready? Yeah. Box Says stand up. Sit down. 3 jumping jacks, Marin. Box Says sit down. Box Says stand up off your right leg. Box Says sit down. Box Says stand up off your left leg. Sit down. Box Says sit down. Box Says put your legs out straight. Box Says do 10 butterfly kicks. Keep your legs straight and just kick. Box Says stand up. Sit down. Box Says sit down. Stand up. Box Says stand up. Box Says do a squat and stand up. Box Says do that 3 times. 1 more time. 3 jumping jacks, please, Bailey. Box Says sit down. Box Says give me 10 elbows to knee. Crossover. Nice. Box Says stand up. Sit down. Box Says sit down. Box Says stand up and jump. Sit down. Box Says sit down. Stand up and jump again. 3 jumping jacks, Marin. Box Says stand up. Box Says sit down. Box Says stand up on your right leg. Sit down. Box Says sit down. Box Says stand up and do a jumping jack. I did not say sit down.
Does that actually have to do 3 jumping jacks?
Box Says sit down. Box Says stand up. Box Says sit down. Box Says stand up. Box Says sit down. Box Says stand up. Sit down. Box Says sit down. Box Says stand up and jump. Box Says sit down. Now stand up and jump. Box Says stand up and jump. Box Says...
Oh my God.
Bailey did it again. Go ahead. Okay, from now on, if you get one wrong, you can do 3 squats. Okay? Box Says sit down. Box Says stand up. Now 3 squats. Box Says give me 3 squats. Then sit down. Good job, girls. Box Says sit down. Okay, that's awesome. Now, that's how we play Box Says in your chair. Now what we could do next is we can let somebody else lead. So we're gonna let Marin lead this time.
Does she have to be doing it?
No, she doesn't have to be doing it because then you guys would be just following her actions, right?
Box Says stand up. Sit down. Box Says 2 jumping jacks. Box Says sit down. Stand up. Box Says stand up. Box Says 1 squat. Sit down. Box Says sit down. Box Says 10 elbow to knee. Stop.
All right, that's awesome. Thank you, Marin. Thank you, Maya. Thank you, Brooklyn. And thank you, Bailey. That's our box burst. Box says in your chair. Thanks, guys.